Hi, it's Jamie from Guildbrook Farm and welcome to The Dirt. Think of The Dirt as a getting to know you session, and today I'm going to tell you how we were able to quit our 9-to-5 jobs and become homesteaders. If you're looking to become a homesteader, then chances are you're probably tired of the rat race and you're looking to get out of your 9-to-5 job and live a more simpler life. You might be attracted to homesteading because of the ability to become more self-sufficient, to grow your own food, and to provide some of your own essentials. And ultimately, that means not having to work a regular 9-to-5 job. Well, it's totally possible. We've done it, and I'm going to tell you step by step what we did. All right, so before we go down that path, there needs to be some expectations set. And the first is you will need an income. You're going to have to pay for things such as taxes and insurance and clothing, gas, food, startup costs on the homestead, incidentals that may happen, so on and so forth. So you will need some form of an income. It just doesn't need to be a 9-to-5 job. Number 2, there will be sacrifices. So the more debt you have and the more money you spend, then the more income you're going to need. Some people may not want to give up some of the luxuries that they're used to on a full-time income. Number 3, you're going to find yourself working more hours than you would if you were working a traditional 9-to-5 job. So if you are self-employed, whether you are mowing lawns or selling essential oils or selling eggs from your farm, you're going to find yourself running all aspects of your business. That means marketing, customer service, sales, everything in between. And that means that it's going to take up a lot more of your time. On top of that, you're going to be trying to run a homestead. All right, so what did we do? Number 1, we got out of debt. We worked 80-plus hour weeks for many, many years in order to pay off all of our debt. That means our school loans, our car loans, our mortgage, everything. There were times when one or the other of us were working 2 to 3 jobs in order to pay down that debt. And at one point in our earlier years, that meant sleeping on other people's couches or even in a car. We did what we had to do, and that took sacrifice. Number 2, we started a savings account. Little by little, we socked some money away, and this was the money that we used to start up our homestead, to pay for incidentals that came up, and to basically cover our butts whenever we couldn't meet our bills for that month. Number 3, we trimmed the fat. That means we just stopped spending money. We don't buy haircuts anymore. We don't eat out. We don't go on vacations. When it comes to food, we buy only the basics, no filet mignon, and we try to grow or raise here whatever we can in order to not have to go out to an outside source. That means spending less money. We also started thinking of money in terms of time. So how many hours would I need to work in order to pay for that $40 pizza dinner that the family wants, as opposed to making a home-cooked meal for $2? Number 4, we evaluate the ROI or return on investment of everything that we spend. So goats, for example. Are goats going to save us money because we don't have to buy milk or buy cheese anymore? Or is it going to cost us money month over month because we have to pay for their fencing and their shelter and their feed and just their regular health costs and everything else that goes with goats? This is actually one of the toughest ones to evaluate because the road to self-sufficiency actually costs money until you get your systems all set up and running smoothly. This is why it's crucial that you take homesteading very, very slowly and you just don't go buy an Instafarm. So what do we do for income? The answer is whatever it takes. We haven't held a traditional 9-to-5 job since 2015, but we still work. Our income comes from taking advantage of the gig economy. We have worked several numerous part-time jobs that all contribute to helping to pay for our bills. So that means contract jobs, that means working third shift at a grocery store, that means working part-time at a farm store, that means running our YouTube channel, that means Amazon affiliation. We have several other small businesses that we're in the process of starting up and launching. And at some point, whenever we beef up our skills enough and we're able to afford a bigger property, we hope that some of that income is going to be generated from the farm itself. So from selling eggs or chicks or produce or something like that. But it's all little small things that all add up to paying for our expenses. And there's also a security in that as well, because if any one of those items fails or doesn't work, then we have all the other ones that are going to help still supply some sort of income for us. Now, of course, that's just one way of doing it. Most homesteads actually have one partner that works outside of the home in a full-time position while the other partner runs the homestead. But really, it just depends on your finances, on your situation in itself, and on your physical health as to what's going to work for you guys. But the overall idea is to cut back on your expenses to the extreme minimum possible, try and grow and supply what you can from your own homestead, and then the rest of it can be supplemented with some sort of home business. But you don't need to be a slave to your 9-to-5 job. There is a way of doing this. So I hope it's been helpful to you guys. If you guys are looking to get out of your 9-to-5 job and start a homestead, it absolutely 100% can be done. We are currently doing it. Just know that there's not one formula and one answer to get you there, and it's going to require sacrifice and income creativity. It can be done. Just know that it might not be instantaneous as you thought, but you can do it. So as long as you have the right expectations going into it, you too can quit your job to homestead. If you guys quit your job to homestead or just enjoy the simple life, leave your comments down below and let us know how you did it. Or if you guys have advice for others looking to get into this lifestyle, leave those down below. I want to hear from you guys. And if you're thinking of quitting your job to get into homestead, is this what you expected? Do you expect to put in the time to get the reward? Did you expect there to be that much effort involved in getting into this lifestyle? And do you think it's something that you would do? I'd like to hear from you guys. Leave your comments down below. We hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of The Dirt. Hope it's been helpful to you guys. And if you like this kind of stuff, like, subscribe. We'll see you in tomorrow's video.